Have you ever noticed how money stress quietly changes the way your body reacts to everyday decisions? That tight feeling in your chest when a bill notification appears on your phone unexpectedly. The moment you check your bank balance before doing something as simple as buying coffee. Now imagine the opposite of that feeling. You open your banking app and nothing inside you tenses up at all. No panic, no mental math, no fear hiding in the background. Just calm, clarity, and a sense of control. That calm does not come from being rich or famous. It comes from crossing one specific financial line most people never talk about. And no, it is not 6 figures or $1 million. It is much smaller yet far more powerful than people realize. That number is $20,000. Most people believe wealth begins when income becomes high. In reality, wealth begins when financial pressure disappears. I've spent years studying how people think about money, not just how they earn it. Why some people escape stress while others stay trapped for decades. And what I've learned is simple: money does not change first, the brain does. When you have little or no savings, your mind lives in emergency mode. Every decision becomes reactive instead of intentional. Every unexpected expense feels like a personal threat. You stop planning for the future and focus only on survival. You accept bad jobs because you cannot afford to wait. You stay silent when you should negotiate. You say yes even when you want to say no. Not because you are weak, but because scarcity hijacks your thinking. Now here is where the shift happens. Once you build a real financial buffer, something unlocks inside you. For most people, that buffer equals 3 to 6 months of expenses. And for many, that lands right around $20,000. The change is not just in your bank account. It happens in your nervous system. Problems begin to shrink instead of overwhelm you. A car repair becomes annoying, not life-destroying. A bad month no longer ruins everything. You stop living one paycheck away from disaster. Psychologists call this moving out of survival mode. And once that happens, your brain can finally think about growth. That is when real wealth building begins. Saving your first $20,000 is brutally difficult. It requires discipline long after motivation disappears. It requires saying no when temptation feels loud. It requires consistency over months or even years. Most people quit before reaching this point. But once you reach it, momentum takes over. Your money starts contributing instead of just sitting there. Returns finally begin to matter. Progress accelerates even if your effort stays the same. The first milestone feels impossible. Every milestone after that becomes easier. But the biggest win is not the math. It is the identity shift. You prove to yourself that you control your money. You no longer react to every impulse. That belief changes how you make every decision. You stop obsessing over small purchases. You start focusing on the decisions that actually matter. Where you live, what you drive, and how you invest. You stop asking if you can afford the payment. And start asking what it is costing you long term. That is when flashy expenses lose their power. Not because you are cheap, but because you understand opportunity cost. Here's a truth most people never hear. The person with real financial freedom rarely looks rich. And the person who looks rich is often stressed and stuck. When you have savings, your relationship with work changes. You are no longer desperate. You have leverage. You can walk away even if you never do. That confidence changes how you speak and negotiate. And it often leads to more money. This is why people say money attracts money. Not because of luck, but because options create opportunities. And opportunities compound over time. But here is where most people fail. They reach this level and immediately destroy it. A new car, a bigger apartment, a lifestyle upgrade. That $20,000 is not a reward. It is the foundation of your future. Spend it and you reset the game. Protect it and you change your life. This will not make you rich overnight. But it will move you from reacting to designing your life. Start here, build the base, and everything becomes easier after that.